Alright. I want to give all glory and praise unto the Lord Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, and Brakatah Yahawashi. I want to give all glory and praises unto those holy and powerful names of Yahawah being the Father, and Yahawashi being his only begotten Son. This is Brother Malachi coming at you again through the spirit and power of Yahawashi Yahawashi, coming in the way of the Ba'ashem and Conqueror Doctrine, which is the Holy Spirit of truth. Okay. Lord willing, this lesson is beneficial and edifying. Lord willing, to the hopeful elect, unto the high car Yahawah. Salakia. I was trying to say that in Hebrew. I'm trying to, brothers should be not this, but brothers should be, to the best of their ability, learning new Hebrew. So, I was trying to say this word here, Haba Kaya Yar, which is to say the elect. But anyway, the Haba Kaya Yar, the elect. So, Lord willing, this is edifying unto the hopeful elect. And what I wanted to do a lesson on, it might be an open forum. I don't know how long this video is actually going to be. It might go longer, it might be shorter. I have no idea. I'm really just kind of going through the spirit. I got like a few precepts in mind that I want to touch on. But the main thing, because we're finna get into this video, the main thing I want to focus on is ultimately Babylon the Great, aka America, and this being a place that is rooted in falsehoods, lies, deceits. And it's not a place that ultimately, as the nation of Israel, we being the nation of Israel, consisting of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which makes up the house of Israel, this is not a place that you can honestly put your hope into and flourish and be in well-doing, or that you can put your faith in this place and actually win, This place that we living in, known as Babylon the Great, known as America, okay, according to the scriptures. Okay, this is a place of falsehoods and deceits, man. You can't put your trust in this place, man. The only one that you can truly put your trust in is Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. You understand? So, let me get a precept, and then, we're gonna go into this video. We're gonna hit some respective precepts, and Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson, as far as not trusting in this place, because there's so many pitfalls and there's so many things that these people behind the scenes, we could, talking about the elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Duke, all, the 13 blood families that really run the society, from the things that they do, because they're the highest of the highest. They're the elites, to the lesser luminaries, to these secret societies, to these people in these particular groups and organizations and oligarchies. These people are wicked, man, and they practice wickedness, and they worship Satan, man. You know what I'm saying? These people are not for the betterment of anyone. They're for the betterment of their own pockets, the betterment of the people that they know, and everyone else is left out, high and dry. You know what I'm saying? So, get a sip of water here. America is not a place that you Israelites, should put your trust in at all. And you got to understand that the only one that you could trust in is Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. From America's very inception, which means its birth, how this place was brought about. It was brought through rape, robbery, and murder of your people. You know what I'm saying? Through deceit, through falsehood, through rape, rob, and murder, bro. That's who we're dealing with. That's who runs this place. That's the energy of the beast of this system, is wickedness, man. So, Salakia. So if you trust in this place, then you're trusting in wickedness. So, Salakia. Let me get a drink of water. Shit. And, excuse me. I'm outside today. I like to be outside when I do lessons, because it's a certain energy through the spirit. Brothers might know what I'm talking about. There's a certain energy. I can think more freely when I'm outside, and the spirit it deals, Sometimes the spirit, I can do lessons inside the house, but sometimes the spirit just hits different when you're outside, getting some sun, looking at nature, just seeing, the beauty that the Lord has created, though we are in an environment where Esau is destroying the earth day by day. So let's get a few precepts. I'm gonna play the video, and Lord willing, like I said, it's edifying. So let's get a precept. I got one here. I got one precept here that I want to give, but it's in my notes because it's a precept that I wanted to always remember, because some precepts stick out more than others. So let's get Psalms 143. Is it 143? So let me see. Let me just make sure, because we might just, because we're going to go through the spirit, so we might just read all of it. But let me make sure real quick. Yeah, Psalms 146, Salakia. So yeah, I'm outside. So if you hear birds chirping and things of that nature, then, that's the elements, that's nature, that's, the birds and things of that nature. Hopefully it's not too annoying, nor is it too loud. But, I'm going to try to talk in such a way that hopefully I over talk the nature and the birds and shit like that. They singing through the spirit, So let's get Psalms 146. And the point is in, let me make sure. The point is in 3, but we're gonna read it from the top and just see where the spirit takes us. And Lord willing, like I said, this be an edifying lesson, just rolling in the spirit, So hold on. Shit. So I got the NLT on the right hand side, and I got the KJV on the left hand side. So keep that in mind. Now let's read it. We're gonna read it. Verse 1 in the KJV. It reads, "Praise ye the Lord Yahawah." And the way that we through the Spirit praise Yahawah is 3 Yahawashi. All right, because all authority and all power and the way back to the Father is 3 Yahawashi. We're no longer under that first covenant, but we're in the middle, in between the first and the second. We're in the middle of grace right now, and the way that we send praises up to the Father, who's not dealing with us right now because we broke the first covenant, is 3 Yahawashi. That's what Yahawashi's sacrifice represented for us. He's our way back to ultimately the Father. You know what I'm saying? He's that mediator between us. And let's get that precept since I said that. Mediator. Salakia, me. Damn, my stupid ass. I'm not spelling the word right. So hold on. Hold the phone. Let's get the word. I'm misspelling that. That's what I typed in, didn't it? Oh, okay. I'm missing. Salakia. Misspelling the hell out of that. But it's all good. It's what we got. It's what we got Google for now. Let's jump to the point. This is 1 Timothy's 1 and 2 and 5. It says, "For there is one power," because we worship, the Most High Yahawashi. All right. It says, "For there is one power and one mediator between the Most High and men, and that man is Yahawashi." All right. The Lord is our high priest through the Spirit, and so we go through Yahawashi to get to Yahawah. You know what I'm saying? But We worship Yahawashi. Now, this is Hebrews 8:6. It says, but now he have obtained a more excellent ministry. But how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, because we're finna enter. We're not fully in it, but we're finna enter. Contingent upon us enduring to the end. We wouldn't have to endure to the end and go through all this other shit if we was truly in the new covenant, where ultimately, we'd be perfect, and we wouldn't be under our enemies and shit. We wouldn't be paying fucking bills and being subject to payments like the scriptures say, nor would we be making lessons and complaining about the hardships of everyday life. Why would we be complaining in the new covenant? That's how we're not in the new covenant. Not at all. We wouldn't be making videos. We wouldn't be doing this shit we did. We wouldn't be doing this shit. Nor would we be going out on the highways and byways teaching and making sit downs and shit if we was in the new covenant, because the scriptures say that we wouldn't have to teach our neighbor or our brother through the spirit of who the Lord was. He would know, because we would be perfect. But anyway, it says verse 6, it says, but now he have attained a more excellent ministry, by how also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. Reading down, verse 9, let's get it in Hebrews 9:15 as well. It says, and for this cause he is the mediator. Now it's talking about Yahawashi, or the one that people ignorantly call Jesus, for the Israelites and for the Israelites only, because this truth is only for the nation of Israel, consisting of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Lord is, if you want to use the word racist, then that would be valid. The Lord is only for his people. He's a nationalist, if you will. He's for his nation. He's for his people, and only his people. And that's why he's gonna set us up on top, according to the scriptures, man. The Lord is has set Israel, Yasha Allah, apart from everyone else. We're better than them. We're the kings of the earth. You can get a little bit of that in Deuteronomy 7:16 and Deuteronomy the 14th chapter. It says in verse reading Hebrews 9:15, it says, for this cause he is a mediator of the new covenant, of the New Testament, by means of death, because Yahawashi had to give his life, for us to enter into that, enter into that second covenant. Though we're not in it right now, he paid the price for us to be entering into it. But we still gotta have faith. We still gotta have the works. We still gotta, make our body a living sacrifice. Though it was already set up and foreordained from the beginning that the elect were gonna be the elect, we still gotta do. We still gotta play it out on the earth. Everything still gotta be played out according to the prophecies. And we wasn't gonna receive the kingdom at the very time that Yahawashi gave his life, because more prophecy had to be fulfilled. So we're not in the new covenant. It says, he is the mediator of a new testament, for by means of death, and for the redemption of the transgressions. Now, who had to be redeemed? The ones who broke the first covenant, the ones who the covenant was given to, and the second covenant was given unto the same people, that broke the first one. So the Lord ain't changed, and the Lord ain't, magically start dealing with another people. We the ones, that are keeping the laws and, that's having the faith and doing the works of the hopeful elect. You know what I'm saying? If people want to be, talk shit and be like, oh, y'all can't say that, and, the Lord is for everybody. But look, that's not true, because, you got to fulfill the works of the elect. You got to fulfill the prophecies. Y'all say y'all want to get delivered and all this good shit and all this rah-rah, but according to the scriptures, you got to be doing the works, man. You got to be having faith and faith in what? The name, and faith in sound doctrine. But ultimately, man, it don't really matter what they say, because these people, don't really have true understanding of the scriptures anyway, so they bug the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to drive a car and you got no understanding of how to drive the car. You're going to fucking destroy yourself. Same way with the scriptures. They wrestle with the scriptures and they don't understand it. And if you don't understand something, you're gonna just you're gonna fuck the shit up. You're gonna do everything wrong. Your sacrifice is not gonna be accepted. We're trying to give the sacrifice to the Spirit, the sacrifice of Abel. The one that a sacrifice that was accepted of the Lord Yahawashi in His sight. He accepted it. It was good in His sight. But majority of the world, consisting of Israel, because we only sent to the house of Israel, is trying to give Yahawashi the sacrifice of Cain, the one that was rejected. And not only is 2/3 and these wicked Israelites that scattered abroad, they're rejected. These heathens in these other nations that's trying to include themselves in the faith of Yahawashi, trying to say that they're this, trying to say that they're that, they're rejected. But the only ones that's accepted, especially in this first resurrection that we're trying to be a part of, is the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we be of that number. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say hopeful, because we don't know, and that's what keeps us in the spirit of trying our best, because we don't know, and Lord willing, we be of that number. But everything will be made known, and we'll know soon in these last days if the Lord is dealing with us. But we have great faith that the Lord is dealing with, the men that's out here sighing and crying and teaching the doctrine in its correct form and having true sincerity in faith. Reading on, it says redemption of transgressions, and transgressions is that means having sins against the law. We can get the word real quick. Go into that word transgressions. Because let's just see. It says going over metaphor, disregarding, violating the Mosaic law, and that's what transgressions goes into, breaking the laws of Yahawashi. Sin is the transgression of the law. Sin, 1 John 3 and 4. That's a precept for that. But anyway, reading on, it says that were under the first testament. Who were under the first testament? The nation of Israel. That which are called might receive the promise of eternal life. Now, how are we going to receive the promise of eternal life? We're going to receive that promise through Yahawashi. The remnant of the nation of Israel is going to receive the promise. And through the remnant, all Israel is going to be delivered. All Israel is going to receive of the eternal promise of, being immortal and having the body and being perfect. But it's going to come through the remnant. It's going to come through the elect, because the whole nation of Israel is not in compliance to Yahawashi. They're in disobedience. So the way that they're going to be tapped into the second covenant is they're going to be born into it via the remnant. So the remnant through the Spirit is really going to deliver and save the whole elect. In a sense, though it was Yahawashi, I'm not taking away from Yahawashi, because Yahawashi is the one that gave his life, and he's a high priest, sitting at the right hand. But it's through the remnant, that the wicked Israelites that are wicked on this side are going to enter into the new covenant, and therefore all Israel is going to be saved. Every Israelite. But we got righteous Israelites on this side, and we got wicked Israelites on this side. And so the Lord is going to reward you. Even though the wicked Israelites are going to be in the kingdom, there's going to be rank, there's going to be order, and the first fruits being the first fruits being the house of David. The Ba'aphrodaf is going to be at the head. The 12 being at the head. Well, King David, the King David being the head. Yahawashi being the head, but also King David being the head as well of Israel. Then the 12, and then the elect, and the first fruits. Speaks about that in Revelations 14 and other various scriptures. But we're gonna receive that eternal promise through the remnant. So, so yeah, that's what I wanted to get on that. So let's go back to Psalms 143 or 146. Well, damn. Let's go to Psalms 146, and then we'll get a little bit of the video. We might stop and pause the video and get certain points. It's just whatever the Spirit gives me to bring out. But we're gonna start with this Psalms 146 real quick, and it says, "Praise ye the Lord Yahawah." We understand how we get to Yahawah and how we praise Yahawah, because praising Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi is what Yahawah wants us to do, because praising Yahawashi, because the Lord Yahawah set up Yahawashi. He's the begotten Son. So praising Yahawashi is like praising Yahawah. The Lord Yahawah, the Father, wants his Son to be worshipped and praised, through the Spirit. That's why he set him up. So worshiping Yahawashi is like unto worshiping Yahawah. There, Yahawah is pleased. That's how it was set up. You know what I'm saying? But it says, while I live, I will praise the Lord Yahawah, and I will sing praises unto my power while I have being. And this is our purpose. This is why the nation of Israel, and as an Israelite man, this is what you got to tap into, because we're like, man, what the fuck, Salaki? We're like batteries, and I say often that Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi is, I don't know what the fuck they over here doing, man. God damn. As soon as I want to do a lesson outside, niggas want to start making noise. Come on, fam. But look though, it says, making me forget my point. It says, while I live. Hey man, god damn. Hopefully they stop. But let me just keep going. It says, while I live, I will praise the Lord Yahawah, and I will sing praises unto my power while I have being. And I was saying how that's the whole duty of man, as far as an Israelite man, and what we supposed to do when we come down here on earth is to tap into the Lord Yahawashi. Learn these scriptures. If the Lord is dealing with you, learn these scriptures. Teach, do what you got to do. If you're one of the prophets, if you're not, then you're a help, and whatever. If you're a help or whatever, then tithe and live your life in such a way that the Lord will be pleased. Because not everybody's a prophet. Not everybody's a man of the Lord. Not everybody's supposed to be, breaking down scriptures and doing all that. But the Lord is going to make those who's supposed to do that known. The Lord is going to give you that ability to do that if the Lord is dealing with you on that level through the Spirit. Now, it says in verse 3, the point, of the lesson, that I'm basing my lesson off of, is to not really have trust in a system that was set up to destroy you, a system that was set up to disrespect you, a system that was, I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the whole system, the whole image of the beast, everything. To not trust in this system, because this system is fraudulent. All right, the only ones that we can truly have trust in and really have rest in is Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi, is our power. Okay, because Yahawashi is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay, in which we stem from those patriarchs, okay? So, having trust in this man's system, because this is not our kingdom. This is the kingdom of the Edomites. This is the kingdom of the Gentiles. Okay? And when I say that, because Gentiles can be, people will get confused. Gentiles can be two things. Gentiles can be Israelites, and an Israelite can be a Gentile. In a Gentile state of mind, going after wayward gods and following false religion. There's a lot of Gentiles right now, that are Israelites that are just going the fuck off, So basically, Israelite foreigners that don't know that they're Israelites doing madness, doing wickedly. And then you can have actual Gentiles because you got to have spiritual discernment to know when it's talking about natural Gentiles, which are heathens, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites. And then when it's talking about Israelite foreigners, are those that the Lord is going to deliver from that, bring them back, because they was going off. So the Lord engrafted them back in, okay, through the Spirit. So I get getting some water. That water tastes good right now, I ain't gonna lie. Now, let's jump down to verse 5. It says in verse 5, happy is he that have the power of Jacob, which I was just speaking on, for his help. Because that's what we're going to need in these last days, is help. You need, fuck the last days, not like that, but, let's put off the last days for just a second. You need help right now. You need help in your day-to-day. You need help. You need Yahawashi to get through every second of every moment of life, because we're under persecution. We're under hell. We got, the scriptures speak about how we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but which let's get that precept. This is what that, Galatians or Ephesians? Ephesians the 6th chapter. We're gonna start at 10. It says, Ephesians 6:10 says, finally, my brethren, which goes into your kinsmen. You know what I'm saying? Because this was written to the book of this particular book of Paul, or this letter was written unto the church of Ephesus, man. Man, they making too much noise right now. What the fuck going on? What the fuck is really going on right now? What the hell, bro? They need to shut that shit up. Damn. Anyway, goddamn. And that's Satan, man. Alright, cool. He shut the fuck up. But it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. And this is what we're going to have to do in these last days. Like I was saying, you need the Lord every day. You need the Lord every single day. You need to pray every day. You need to, if you're, get your fasting in whenever you can get it in through the Spirit. But you need to be fasting and praying and being in the Spirit, Lord willing, every day. You know what I'm saying? Because this world, man, is against you. It's against you, spiritually, physically, mentally, everything. It's against Jake. It's against the nation of Israel. It's against everything, man. It's against Yahawashi. It's anti-Hamashiach. It's anti, the Lord. And to a righteous spirit, or a man that's trying to do right, that's vexing. So you need the Lord. And you see, they making all this noise and shit. That's Satan, man. As soon as I come outside to do a lesson, all this noise just get drummed up, and it's strange noise. It's like a noise that, like, yo, what is this shit? This shit would have happened on a regular day, but today I'm trying to do a little lesson and shit, and it's like a weird noise. The fuck, bro? It's fucking Sunday. Sit your ass down. But I'm just gonna try to talk over it. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahawashi and in the power of his might. All right, because we serve a mighty power. We're not going to be able to overcome these last days and overcome these trials of tribulation if we don't got the Lord. We got to depend on the Lord in everything. And that's why I'm finna get into this video and examine the video and get some precepts on it, because this is something that's probably affecting certain people, and we're gonna get into it in a little while here. But there's certain situations that you be like, man, even with me personally, there's shit going on with me personally that I'm like, man, what the fuck am I gonna do? As far as how I'm going to get out this situation, or how I'm going to make this situation a little bit better so that I can continue to serve the Lord and continue to get, my daily bread, and because, hey, it's tough. It's tough out here. So you can't do it on your own. You got to lean on a higher power. You got to lean on your power. And we're telling you that your power is Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi. Yahawah being the Father and Yahawashi being His only begotten Son. That's what the prophets are telling you on the highways and byways. That's what the prophets are telling you on these sit-downs. And Lord willing, we be edifying. But we're telling you to return unto your power, man. We're telling you to return unto your power. Serve the Lord. But it says in verse 11, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And we know that, the devil goes into, an adversary, a deceiver, Satan and the devil. And we know that the physical counterpart of Satan on the earth today is Esau, the so-called white man, who is against you in all forms and fashions. You cannot trust this devil, at all. He's set up to take peace from the earth and to persecute the saints, man. The saints representation of Israel. See Psalms 50 and Psalms 149. But it says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The point here in verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, which goes into demons, spiritual demons, against powers, and against rulers of darkness. These fucking elites, these fucking secret societies, these people that creep around in the darkness, that have secret councils and conspire against the children of the Lord, against the Israelites, man. And not only do they conspire against the Israelites, they conspire against all mankind to put these people in a perpetual state of slavitude and to just hell on earth, because only a small majority of the people are actually living comfortably. When I say comfortably, I mean really comfortably, really have it to where they don't gotta worry about certain shit. Like they're not worrying about a bill, they're not worrying about going to jail or certain shit. They just doing their wickedness. All right, these particular people, they've been set up, and the Lord has allowed them to be able to do these things. For a short time, because where are we? We're in the midst of Esau Edom's kingdom. So Esau Edom is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. See Malachi, the first chapter. The wicked, the border of wickedness. So, this man, this is the man of sin. So, of course, his kingdom is going to be ran on what? Wickedness. So, of course, he's going to be able to do things that other people would not be able to do and get away with it, in a sense. Because, he's the one ruling. He's the one that gives the legislation, pass the laws. So he's going to be able to seemingly get away with wickedness and witchcraft and things of this nature. But anyway, it says, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And Esau Edom is in the high places of rulership. And so we know that this wickedness is coming from on top all the way down. So it's Esau. Through the spiritual demon Satan, but the physical counterpart of Satan on the earth today is Esau. So he's going to push forward wickedness on the earth, man. And these people who are going to follow after Esau and his system, they're going to be wicked as well, because they're following after the beast, they're worshiping the image. And so they're going to be in the same spirit as the one, giving life to the image, which is Esau, in his power system. 13, it says, wherefore take unto the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. We got to stand firm, and things of that nature. So that's just a little bit I want to get on that. Go back to Psalms 146 and verse 3. It says, put not your trust in princes. Actually, let's read it in NLT. Verse 3 NLT. Again, it says, put not your trust and put not your confidence in powerful people. You know, it says there is no help for you there. All right. So you can't trust in these people, you know, these so-called politicians, these elites, you know, who really run this place, the World Economic Forum, UN. You can't trust. These people are not for the betterment of the nation of Israel, bro. And truly, you know, why would your enemies want to seek to better you? They're your enemies. Why would your enemy help you? They want to destroy you. That's what an enemy is. So you can't really trust in a place from its very conception has been against you to destroy you. So that's why you got to depend on the Lord, Yahawashi, and you know, in all things, you know. Reading on. Let's jump down to verse 8, and then we're gonna get the video that I wanted to get, and I'm gonna play some of it so you can get the understanding, and then I'm gonna stop it, and then we're gonna get some precepts, and Lord willing, you know, this ain't gonna, Lord willing, it's gonna be too long of a lesson, but it is what it is, and that's gonna be it. Now this is Psalms 146:8. It says, the Lord Yahawah openeth the eyes of the blind. And he does, because at one point, brothers can attest to this, you were blind. You didn't know that you were an Israelite. You didn't know about the scriptures. You didn't know that you had a power. You didn't know that you went off. You didn't know that you had laws, statutes, and commandments to adhere to the best of your ability. You didn't know that you had forgiveness. You didn't know that Yahawashi was the high priest. You didn't even know the Lord's name. You know, I didn't. You didn't. You know, we was worshiping heathens. We was worshiping idols. We were going off, bro. You didn't know you was going off until, you know, you were taught. You know, so the Lord opens your eyes, your spiritual understanding, to do what? To return unto him and fear the Lord. And now we have understanding. Now we know, you know. Now we know to pray. Now we know to fast. There's certain things, man. Now we know to abstain from unclean beasts and unclean animals, because it's going to do nothing but fucking kill you. Eating unclean beasts and animals is going to kill you. Ultimately, it don't matter if it takes, you know, a long time or a bad time. Like you're destroying your body because you're eating something that's unclean, because the Lord said it was unclean, you know. And we were doing that, eating pork, eating shrimp, you know what I mean, doing all this wickedness, committing adultery. We didn't, you know, adultery, if you didn't know no better, you know, you in the world, adultery is glorified. So when you deal with another man's woman, or when she steps out on her man, the world glorifies that. The world doesn't judge that. The world doesn't be like, you know, you piece of shit. The world, you know, a woman to tell you, yeah, I cheated, nobody gonna condemn that bitch like that. Not for real. Not like they should. You know, it's just like, oh, okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. You know, because all these women are harlots. You know, but adultery in the world is, you know, on a man's sense, is not condemned as it should be. You know, because this is the kingdom of the wicked, man. So these people, you know, are going to do wickedly, man. But now that our eyes are open, we know better, and we know what not to do and what to do. You know, we're spiritually discerning between the right, or we're spiritually discerning between the evil and the good, and we're choosing the good. And, you know, Lord willing, Lord have mercy on us. You know, that's what we pray for. That's what we hope for. You know, because our righteousness that we have, you know, is likened unto filthy rags. So we need to depend on the sacrifice of Yahawashi, along with our you know, our faith and our works to carry us over, because we're in sinful flesh, man, and we go off, man. You understand? So the Lord Yahawah openeth the eyes of the blind, and the Lord raiseth up them that are bowed down. And right now we're in the lowest state, being under our enemies, because we sinned against the Lord. So we got to have patience that the Lord is going to do what? Redeem us, which he has, in the sense of through Yahawashi, but the Lord's going to come back and not only, he's spiritually redeemed us by giving us the Holy Spirit, giving us the comforter, and we know, what's what, through the Spirit. But the Lord's going to come and physically redeem us in our bodies, in this sinful flesh. And he's going to give us a physical kingdom on the earth where we're going to have rulership. We're going to have ownership. We're going to have power, because that's what Yahawah means. It means prince of the power. We're going to have power. We have a small, well, I wouldn't even say a small, we have a form of power with the Holy Spirit, with these scriptures, with, being able to discern and deal with these scriptures in its proper format. But the Lord's going to give us even more power, likened unto Yahawashi. The works that Yahawashi was doing, the Lord said that we're going to do, and greater. So we're looking forward unto that. Now, it says, the Lord Yahawah openeth the eyes of the blind, and the Lord Yahawah raiseth up them that are bowed down. The Lord Yahawah loveth the righteous. And we, Lord willing, we are those righteous spirits, the elect in our time here to be righteous and do the works of the Lord and to receive mercy. Because we need mercy. We need mercy, period. We need it. It's not something that we want. Yeah, it's something that we want. I can say that, but we need it. It's like you need mercy from Yahawashi like you need to breathe. It's that serious. It's that bad. Because we can't do this shit on our own. This whole world is literally set up to destroy your mind and to destroy you from the inside out, to make you something that you're not, to just bug you the fuck out to where you worshiping all types of madness and you're wicked. And then the Lord's going to come and destroy you, because the Lord's only looking for those that got the sincere faith, the sincere doctrine, and that truly believe. The Lord not coming back to save Muslims. All Muslims are going to get put to death, especially if you're an Israelite Muslim. You're going to die, because you're giving your praises and your glory to another that's not Yahawashi. And ultimately, all the gods of the heathens are false. They're not real. They don't exist. We have the living power. Let's get that. I think that was in Hebrews. Let's see. Oh, you bullshitting. This is Hebrews 12:22. Let's get that. We're gonna start at let me see. A lock here. Let's just alright. It's just But this is verse 22. It says, "But ye are coming to Mount Zion." Okay, this is what the Lord's is getting ready to set up on the earth, man. A monument, a memorial of remembrance of glory. It says, "But you are coming to Mount Zion, unto the living city, unto the city of the living power." We have the living power. That means our power that we worship isn't fake. It isn't real. It's not a rock. It's not dumb. It's not mute. The Lord is in everything. The Lord through Yahawashi, the Yahawah through Yahawashi created, and along with the first fruit spirits, in the beginning, in Genesis, go into that word in the beginning goes into Rayash, or the root word goes into Rayash, which goes into the beginning. In the beginning, with Yahawashi and the first fruit spirits, they created everything. So the Lord is in everything because he created everything, along with the first fruit spirits. They created everything, But But you are coming to Mount Zion unto the living city, the living power, so like it, the heavenly Jerusalem. And right now, you know, we're not the heavenly Jerusalem right now because we're still in these carnal bodies. You know, yes, we are Jerusalem, which goes into the the teaching of peace, city of peace, but and we're teaching peace right now. We're teaching peace because through the gospel we're going to enter into rest, we're going to enter into peace. We're not going to have anyone come up against us when the second covenant is initiated, when we're fully in it, because we're going to be perfect, we're going to be gods. But right now we're not. This is a prophecy that hasn't been fulfilled yet, but it's been fulfilled in the scriptural sense, but we got to play it out. You understand? But it says, but ye are coming to Mount Zion unto a living city. It's like a living power, the heavenly Jerusalem, to an innumerable company of angels. Verse 23, to the general assembly of the church of the firstborn. So the firstborn, which is going into the first fruit spirits that Yahawashi, had with them in the beginning, it's going to be the governing body of the kingdom. They're going to set everything back in order under that first 1,000-year period of rulership, which is just the first 1,000 years. We're going to be immortal forever, so we're not going to fall out of rulership or nothing like that after the 1,000-year period and the heathens come up again. Nah, man, we're going to be gods. We're going to have spiritual power. We're going to be able to fucking run 1,000,000 miles per hour and not be tired at all. We're going to wake up and feel $100 million. We're going to feel like $100 every day. Like, we're not going to wake up and feel depressed. We're not going to wake up and feel pain and wake up and I got a crook in my neck. I wake up and I feel famished. Wake up and I'm thirsty. I need some water. Wake up in the middle of the night going to get water. Nigga, that's not going to happen, because we're going to be perfect in the sight of the Lord. And the Lord's going to be dwelling with us. The Lord's going to be in us. The Lord said that, hold on. What is that? What is that precept? Damn. I'm forgetting that precept. But this is Revelations 21:3. It says, and I heard the great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High, the Lord's going to dwell within us. We're going to be likened unto a temple, and the Lord's going to dwell in our temple, which is our bodies. In the second covenant, it says, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them. So he's going to be in us. He's going to be with us. And they shall be his people, and the Most High shall be with them and shall be their power. So continuously, forever and always, the Lord is going to be with the children of Israel. First and foremost, starting off with the first fruit elect spirits. And so, we're never going to be hungry. We're never going to be famished. We're never going to be scared. Nigga, the Lord literally going to be in us, with us, at all times, wherever we go. So no one's going to be able to really take us down or put us in fear or do anything against us in that day. And that's what we're looking forward to. So we're teaching peace. We're giving you the gospel of peace, but we're giving you the gospel in its proper form, because it's just these beautiful precepts and these beautiful promises and things of that nature are not for all people. It's for the nation of Israel. And then even within the nation of Israel, the 2/3 and wicked Israelites, they're gonna die, but they're gonna come back in reincarnation. But this is for the elect. This is for those that's gonna survive, man. This is for those that's not gonna get hit with the second death, which goes into nuclear destruction. You understand? This is for those that's gonna achieve the first resurrection. You understand? So I wanted to get that. There's another precept. I know where it is. I be forgetting precepts sometimes, and that's because I'm human. So we in these sinful bodies. You forget shit. You gotta rehearse shit. You gotta just you gotta hear something 1,000 times just to remember something. You know. This is Proverbs 8:4 with the water to Lord Yahawashi for giving me the precept back. But this is Proverbs 8:4. You know, unto you, O men, I call, for my voice is unto the sons of men. All right, so the Lord's dealing with the men. The Lord ain't dealing with you women, man. Okay, the Lord ain't call you women to do shit except serve your man. There's an order, but women disrespect and they're not compliant unto order. Okay, they're not compliant unto order. In the world that we live in now, which is the world of the wicked, they worship women, which is wicked. Okay, so let's get into this video, because I know I've been a little bit long-winded, and it be's like that sometimes. Like I said, sometimes I just go through the spirit, and I just try to do my best. That's all we can do. But let's go into the video, and which is one of the reasons that made me kind of want to jump into this lesson and go into what I'm going into as far as not trusting this place and understanding this place is against you in various forms, and not just financially, spiritually, physically, everything, man. And that's why I brought out that Ephesians 6, man, because hey, you need Yahawashi and you need to put on that armor and to defend yourself, because there's people that don't got Yahawashi. There's people that don't understand who they are, and when you don't understand who you are and what you're doing spiritually, then you're going to be able to fall into snares, into traps, into jinns. You're going to be able to be manipulated because you're not in your right spirit. You're not tapped in. Okay, because we're not black people. What the fuck is even that, man? That's a color, bro. We're not that. That's not who we are. What is a black person's culture? What even is that? What do they worship? What do they do? Who is their God? That's not who we are. That's what you've been given, but that's not who you are. That's not what that's not, there's no honor and heritage and inheritance. There's no power in being a black person. You know what I'm saying? The power is in being an Israelite and understanding sound doctrine and understanding what you got and must do in the earth, which is ultimately fearing the Lord, Yahawashi. That's where your power comes. That's where you get your power. That's where the knowledge and wisdom starts to come in. That what the Lord says in Proverbs 1:7. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. The Lord's only dealing with the hopeful elect, so everyone else is going to be fucking destroyed anyway. So let's read this fucking title. This is from WorldStar. I get a lot of my videos from WorldStar and other various sources. Cause they got decent news, and then you got other news outlets that are valuable or that are pretty good as well. The People's Voice is pretty good. They bring it out. They bring it out. But reading here, this is it says, I got fired from my job for not posting ghost job listings to trick employees. Man exposes companies who list fake jobs but don't actually hire you. Now and I want to speak on this and play the video. because there are people, you know, in the faith, outside the faith, that might not have a job, or that might be looking for work, or might be trying to do what they need to do in order to make ends meet, and which is why it's paramount that you pray and fast unto the Lord Yahawashi, because you got things like this going on. Not only do, especially if you're an Israelite, they might not want to hire you anyway because you're so-called black, or you I don't know, maybe your spirit don't mesh. These people are out to destroy you. So what I'm saying, you gotta have your spiritual lens on and just know that what's up, what's going on. But anyway, point is, you got people that's trying to potentially get jobs, and you got people, companies, big name brand companies that people so-called put their trust in, that are doing wicked practices of business behind the scenes. And this can potentially affect you negatively if you don't got the right mindset. You don't got Yahawashi to lean on and depend on. Because I was thinking how, damn, if I wasn't in the faith, if I wasn't in the truth, and I didn't have Yahawashi to lean on, and I'm trying to lean on these jobs to support me, because you need money. Let's keep it a bean. You need money. Because money, as the scriptures say in Ecclesiasticus 7, I believe, is a defense. But ultimately, more than money, you need Yahawashi. But anyway, point is, you have people who maybe not in the faith, who are trying to, get a job, or get another job or whatever, and they see this, and they see how jobs are fake and fake listings. I'm gonna play the video, but they're seeing fake jobs, and you're applying everywhere, and no one's fucking with you. No one's hitting you back. No one's giving you a job. Ultimately, this can cause someone that's not in the right mindset, that doesn't believe and want to lean on the Lord, that could potentially cause them to be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go do this to get my money. I'm just gonna go rob niggas to get my money, because obviously they not trying to hire me. Look at this. There's fake job listings. I'm applying. I've been applying for 2 months straight. No one's giving me nothing. So shit, fuck it. I'm finna go do some wicked shit to get the bread. This could cause someone not in the right mindset, not rooted up in the spirit, to do something that could get them fucked up. That can land them in jail, or land them somewhere worse than where they at now. And I think this is all done by design to destroy the mindset, and to destroy the hope factor in people. Because a job isn't salvation. A job isn't secure. But the Lord is a strong tower, according to Proverbs 18:10. So you got to run into the Lord. But like I say, you got people who just like, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking, by all means, whether I gotta rape, rob, and murder, I'm gonna get this money. But this money is wicked. Not money isn't wicked. The love of money is wicked. To do anything for money is wicked. Women will do the most for money, and do wickedly. Women go over to Dubai and get shit on, literally, and eat shit for money. Women will go against their moral fabric, and men will go against their moral fabric for money. Selling your soul, going against your morals, going against everything, doing some abominable sugar boy activities for money, crashing out for money, killing people, murdering people for money. not speaking up, not speaking uprightly for money. Let me get a precept. Goddamn, my goddamn Bible app, goddamn froze up. So this is Amos 5:12. It says, "For I know your manifold transgressions and your mighty sins." Now this is going into, I believe Amos was a prophet to, I want to say, to the northern kingdom. Let me see. But I might be wrong. It could be the southern kingdom. Okay, yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, okay. Northern Kingdom. And Northern Kingdom was going to fuck off, man. And that's why they got brought into captivity under the Assyrians. The point is, Amos 5:12. "For I know your manifold transgressions and your mighty sins." And this is speaking directly unto your nation of Israel. You need to return to the Lord, man. You know? Or the Lord's going to continue to afflict you. You know? It says, "For I know your manifold transgressions and your mighty sins. They afflict the just, and they take bribe, and they run aside the poor and the gate from their right." All right? You know, this is what the northern kingdom was doing, man. It wasn't really judging particular matters in righteousness. They were taking bribes. What is it to take a bribe? It's to basically, it's to pervert judgment. Ultimately, it's to say, like, hey, I need you on my side, and if you're on my side in this particular judgment that's going to work in my favor, then I'll give you X amount of money. So therefore, then that would make you, you know, that would make you conspiring with this man to do evil, you know, to take a bribe, man, to pervert true judgment, you know, in the earth, you know, because you take someone's bag, you take the money, therefore then now you got to be subject to the person that you took the bag from. Now if they tell you, hey, look, man, you took my money, look, I don't need you saying this. Hey, look, I need you to speak on this. Hey, look, I need you to wear this. I need you to get down and lay down, because guess what? You took my money. You took the bribe. I gave you this. So now you don't. Now you're silenced. Now you don't have a voice. You know, hey, we gave you a sponsorship deal, buddy. You know what I mean? You can't say this. You can't do this. You can't say this. You can't, you know, go here and say whatever you know. You can't speak truth in the earth, because we've silenced you through monetary means. You know, for the love of money is a root of evil, man. People selling out. You know, people crashing out. You know. Now this is 1 Samuel 8:3, and this has been going on since you know, there's nothing new under the sun. So the same thing, people selling out, people taking bribes, people perverting judgment. This has been going on since the beginning of time. Now it says in 1 Samuel 8:3, it says, "His sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, and took bribes and perverted judgment." This is going on in the nation of Israel even unto today. People taking bribes, selling out, not speaking on issues that they should speak on because they took a bag. But it's all good, because the prophets of the Lord, you know, we're not conformed unto this world, so we're not gonna take a bag. we're going to, Lord willing, continue to teach this truth. And remain faithful, as the bride of the Lord. We're going to be faithful. We got to continue to do what we got to do. We don't take no bags or no bribes or no shit. We got to do what we got to do. Because fuck a bag, fuck a bribe, nigga, we trying to get immortality. You can't give me that. You can't give me my sovereignty. You can't give me, spiritual power. You can't give me a body wherein I'm fucking a god. Only the Lord can supply these magnificent things. So what Esau can give you and what these people can give you, whoever the fuck it is, not worth it. Especially for what you're going to have to do for them, to keep getting the money and to maintain it. It's just wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's go into the video.
I got five.
Salah.
Fired from my second job because I wouldn't post a ghost job. So let me explain what I do for my second job, what I did for my second job. I was a hiring manager. I usually just post job listings sometimes on Indeed or other job listings.
Salah, let me let this loud ass truck go by real quick, and then I'm gonna play it. I don't know why people buy loud ass trucks. That's some Esau ass shit. What the fuck, bro? That's just, I don't even know. Anyway.
Websites for my company. I'm not going to explain what company that is because I can't do that. But I am going to talk about what I can talk about because I read through my NDA. I used to post ghost jobs, which are fake jobs to encourage our current employees to work harder. These jobs will be fake jobs, so you can apply for the listing but not actually get hired. They're called ghost jobs. You're probably wondering, I applied for all these places, why am I not getting callbacks? You might have applied for a ghost job, which isn't a real job. It's just put there to show that we're looking for new hires at higher rates to get our current employees to work harder, as an incentive to make them work harder, as opposed to increasing the base pay or the base rate.
This is the type of activity that's been going on for who knows how long. I just kind of got wind of it. Now, I kind of knew about this, but I didn't know about this in its full capacity. And I'm sure there's more to it than this as to why they're doing this. But like I brought out in Ephesians, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So the people that's already doing this is trying to ultimately deter you from keep you at the job, keep you here, or keep you in a box, basically. So you really can't move and, move freely, freely and upon the earth as you will. You're kind of a perpetual slave. And then you got people on the outside looking in that need a job and they're applying and no one's fucking with them, and it's like, damn, what the fuck? They can hurt your self-worth or your self-esteem, if you will, because you're trying to get a job, you broke. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make ends meet, you broke or whatever the fuck. You applying for all these jobs and no one fucking with you. You just like, damn, what the fuck going on? Just to come and find out that most of the jobs that you applying for don't even exist. So you wasting time. You done sat here, did all this job applying, and wasted all this time, and you ain't even gonna get hired because the job don't exist. That's wicked. That's a waste of time, and that's wicked. But this is what these companies and these people that run these companies, this is what they're about. So how can you trust in a place like this? How can you trust people that blatantly do wicked shit in your fucking face? And then they get exposed, and then they still do. They keep doing it. They don't care. What type of world are we living in? We're living in a slave planet. That's what this is. Slave planet. And ultimately the goal is to get the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, implanted in your right hand or in your forehead. That's the whole point. They want you're already a perpetual slave via being subject to payments and things of that nature, and through their particular banking systems. which goes back to the law of water and maritime law, but whatever. But you're a slave. You're a slave. We're on a slave planet. This whole everything, jobs, all this shit is a snare. And this is why you gotta have Yahawashi, bro. You gotta have the Lord. Because these people, they're not playing fair. They don't care. They don't care about you. Especially you Israelites. They don't care about you. You think a company that's posting fake jobs cares about your well-being? You think they want to make some? You think they want you to have some money? No. 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 So let's start. Start at 7. Micah 2:7. Salakia. God damn. Okay, Micah 2:7, it says, "Oh, thou art named the house of Jacob. Is the spirit of the Lord Yahawah straightened? Are these his doings? Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly?" All right, so Jake, man, is in a wicked spirit, man, because they following after the system. They following after Esau, Edom. And that's what the wicked 2/3 and the wicked Israelites scattered abroad. That's what they gonna do. You can't save them niggas. You can't save them, bro. They think they know it all. They think they got this world figured out. They think they got the bag. They think, if you trust in the bag, you gonna die, man. Your bag got nothing but holes in it, like it says in Haggai 1:6, I believe. Now, reading on, it says, do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly? Jake is not walking uprightly in the sight of the Lord, man. Jake is doing everything outside of serving the Lord and fearing the Lord, Yahawashi, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And for that, man, you're going to struggle, bro. You're going to struggle. Now, we in the faith, we also go through afflictions and struggle as well. But the difference is we're struggling because we know why, and we're going to bear the indignation, But through the spirit of understanding why we're struggling and bearing the indignation, we're enduring hardship and we're enduring afflictions, whatever it might be, for the betterment of our souls and the betterment of our spirits, and for Yahawashi. You niggas is just suffering just to suffer. Well, of course, the Lord wants you to suffer ultimately, but we here in the Lord's house, Lord willing, we're suffering because we know why we're suffering, and we're suffering for, because we went off, we sinned against the Lord, so we got to bear this indignation, and all of this suffering is gonna, ultimately, in the end, we're gonna be joyful, because we're suffering because we're in a wicked ass society. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's gonna come back and deliver us and redeem us through the Spirit. Redeem our bodies, man, from the sinful flesh. But you got niggas out here that don't know nothing about the Lord. They don't know nothing. That's catching straight hell. Because they're doing everything outside of what the Lord told them to do. They're catching more hell than a man in the faith. Because they don't know anything. They're basically just suffering for free. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like, we're suffering and we're putting all our sufferings and we're putting all this pain, we're putting it on Yahawashi. We're praying. Our pain and our sufferings is bringing us closer to our power. Because we know that, like, damn, this kingdom ain't for us. Damn, I got financial hardships. Damn, my woman ain't acting right. Damn, what I do? It puts us in a spirit of not being comfortable with captivity, to know that there's a better way coming for us. So we be in the spirit of hastening the day and clinging onto our power. Jake in the world will catch hell, and instead of clinging unto the Lord, he'll just be like, damn, I gotta do something else. I gotta go do some other wicked shit to get more money and all type of other shit. You know what I'm saying? The suffering of Jake in the world doesn't bring him closer to the Lord, to the real faith. You know what I'm saying? It just, the Jake just suffers and just die and just be destroyed because the Lord ain't dealing with you anyway. So, you know, you 2/3, the Lord gonna fuck you up. You know, for sins and iniquities that you did in that life and iniquities you did in your past life. The Lord ain't dealing with 2/3. The Lord ain't dealing with wicked Israelites. You know, that's not in the faith. You know, but we get closer. We grab onto the Lord. We like I brought out in Proverbs 18:10. I quoted it, that we run into that strong tower, roughly paraphrasing. That's what our afflictions and our hardships do to us. We lean on the Lord that much more because we like, shit, I'm just a man. I can't handle all this. Sometimes I gotta lean on my higher power. You know what I'm saying? That's what afflictions and going through tough times and evil, when evil is brought upon our doorsteps, that's what we gonna do. We gonna lean on Yahawashi. But these niggas in the world, they're leaning on their own understanding and they're gonna be destroyed therein. You know, Lord willing, that made sense. I know, you know, I'm a little bit everywhere, but Lord willing, that made sense right there. But it says in verse 8, even of late my people are risen up as an enemy. And they're rising up against who? Rising up against the prophets of the Lord and rising up against the Lord, because the Lord sent the prophets. So if you rise up against the men of the Lord, the prophets of the Lord, you rising up against Yahawashi. And then therefore you become an enemy. And if you become an enemy of the Lord, then guess what? Your ass is grass. You know? You know, don't let one of the men of the Lord put curses on you. You're through. And the curses, they don't hurt. The curses that the men of the Lord we put up, they don't gotta tap in. They don't gotta happen right. They don't gotta happen right then. I don't put curses up on niggas, you know, a few niggas, you know, and sometimes I don't see them no more, you know. But I've put curses up on, you know, people, and there's only been a few times where I come across them again and I see their state is way worse than what it was before. And I'm like, yeah, you know, put curses up on one dude and I seen him again and he was through. And I'm like, shit, damn. I mean, that what you fucking get, because you was fucking with me, persecuting me, and you don't even know who the fuck you fucking with, dude. You can't be fucking with the men of the Lord, or you can't be fucking with the little ones, man. According to the scriptures, man, it'd be better, like Luke 18. It'd be better that a millstone be hanging around their neck. You can't just start going and talking to everybody like everybody's nothing. You don't know who you talking to, and so that's why the Lord told us to be peaceable with all men. You don't go just running your mouth at random people. You don't know who the fuck you talking to, bro. That could be one of the men of the Lord you talking to. You know, you disrespecting. You disrespecting Yahawashi by disrespecting that man. And guess what? When he put curses on your ass and the Lord send Shaitan, which is Satan, on you and afflict your shit, then you gonna wonder why. When shit, you know, you gotta, you know, but it is what it is. It says, even of late my people are risen up against me as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with garment for them that pass by securely as men avised from war. It says, the women of my people have cast out from their pleasant houses. It says, from their children have ye taken away my glory forever. Let's read that in verse 9. Let's read that in NLT verse 9. It says, you have evicted women from their pleasant homes and forever stripped their children of all that the Most High would give them. You know, because Israel was doing wickedly. You know. It says in verse 10, which is written for us in these times. So let me check something out real quick, and then we'll go back to the video. But mostly the point was been, it's been made on that. Let me just make sure. Con. I was just saying something. But it says in verse 10, because Syria got fucked up, and guess what? People that's here in America, in this new Egypt, they gonna get fucked up again for trusting in this place, man. This place ain't it, bro. This place ain't it. This place is not it. So what do you need to do? This place is gonna be destroyed. So what do you need to do? Return unto the one that's finna destroy it. We want to get beamed up, man. We want to get delivered on some Enoch. We want to get beamed up on some Elijah type time. You understand? It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Because it was, damn, that nigga crossed me off straight like weed, man. They need to chill the fuck out. Anyway. It says arise. Damn, boy. That's a field day for a cop. They can smell that shit from a mile away. That shit's strong as fuck. Damn. Anyway, arise ye and depart. This is not your rest, and America is not our rest, man. Babylon the Great is not our rest. The Lord said that He was going to destroy this place because it is polluted, and it shall be destroyed. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Okay, let's get another precept. Let's get another precept here. So let's go back to this video one time.
And I've made maybe 300 ghost job listings. I've made a lot. I've made so many. It's insane. And what messes me up is that they're still doing it. And I got into a little bit of a scuffle, a fracas, one might say, with my previous hire manager. My hire manager said, "Hey, you stopped posting ghost job listings. What's going on, buddy? It's really working. It's helping our team morale." I said, "Listen."
Hey, and real quick, let me make a comment. Because I've been in this truth for a minute. I want to say 4 or 5 years now. I kind of we're going on the 6th or we're going on the 5th because 2025 is finna come about. But anyway, I've noticed that it just hit me like when you notice certain people in the world, like the worldly people, there's a certain way they look. It's a certain energy, and it's like a dark energy. And I'm looking at this dude, and if you pay attention, I'm gonna just watch him. He has like this weird energy about him, like it's dark, like I know. I mean, he got the little dreads and shit, which is going the fuck off. It's effeminate. He need to cut them bitches off. He going off. You know what I'm saying? It's too long, bro. That shit's effeminate. That shit's gay. That shit it look like some faggot shit for real. Like, who gonna take a man seriously and his hair is green? Like, come on, bro. We the men of the Lord. I mean, we Slock it. We the Israelites, man. Why the fuck is your hair green and red? Like, that's that pussy ass weak weirdo shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that, you know, that's that 6'9" weirdo rainbow faggot shit. Oh damn. Slock it. Hold on. Why? I had to make sure. I had to make sure of something. But anyway, that's that weirdo shit, bro. That's, you know, they be having weird spirits on them, bro. And then if you pay attention to his countenance, it's just dark. It's just dark, bro. That's what I'm getting. I might be speaking as a man, but if you can pick up on it, then cool. But let me get a precept on that. Let's get a precept. This is Ecclesiasticus 1 and 8 and 1. It says, who is as the wise man? And you know, the Lord has made us wise through the scriptures, through the understanding, and you know, we continue to grow every day. But point is, who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and bolden is his face. It's like and the boldness of his face shall be changed. All right, there's a particular spirit that the men of the Lord come in, and that you can see it in their countenance. It's like a more vibrant, it's bright, you know, it's austere. Cause you know, depending on what a particular brother, you know, you're speaking unto. But when you notice the people in the world, and when they talk and when they speak, they don't have that same vibrant type of spirit, because the Lord ain't really tapped into them. The Lord didn't open their eyes. They blind, man. And I get that from this guy. Anyway, so let's go back.
This is the first time I've ever said this in my life. I don't feel good about doing this. This might be the first time I've ever said that. I don't feel good about. Usually I have like no moral, no ethics about anything. I just didn't feel good at all about doing it, despite the fact that I was getting a massive bag from it. And he said, well, we need somebody to do it, and you're the best we've got. I'm not going to continue to post ghost job listings so our employees can act like they are scared to lose their jobs. That ruins their mental. It destroys their mental health deeply. And he said that's HR's job, not ours. So I'm talking to him, and I'm arguing. And at this point, he's shouting, I'm calm. So I'm thinking I can take it to HR, and he says, you know, we're probably going to have to talk about this later, but you should clock out for the day. I don't want to clock out for the day because we're not done talking about this specific issue. This is insane. This is psychotic. So I go cool off. I talk to my friends in the Discord. We're cooling off. We're talking about it. Another one of my friends does the same job as I do. He also posts ghost jobs. And it's disgusting. It's not just my company. It is every company I'm seeing doing this. It's Walmart doing this. It's Amazon doing this. I'm not going to disclose my company, but it's Best Buy doing this. They're posting these fake job listings to trick you into thinking, oh, well, they're hiring a bunch of other things, or because just in case you're looking to move to a new job or talk about needing a pay raise, and they'll post a new job at a higher rate. Say you got hired in at $17 an hour. They'll post a ghost job at $22 an hour. And if you try to apply for that, they'll clock you for that. If you try to apply for that, they'll clock you for that, and they'll know it's you because they got your social security number, you applying for the job. It is business practice. Because as soon as you apply to get a higher position or anything like that, they'll talk to you about it. And they'll ask you, why do you want a higher position? Do you want more pay? Are you dedicated to the company? They'll give you a performance review. They'll check everything about you just to see. I recommend. This is my honest opinion.
You know, that's fucking wicked, bro. That's fucking wicked, but this is where we live at. This is the thing that's going on upon the earth. So, you know, you really, instead of trusting in your job, trusting in all this fuck shit, you need to trust in the Lord Yahawashi. Ultimately, But from what he said, I'm like, man, ultimately they're laying a snare, bro. That's a snare. If you heard what he said, that's a straight up snare. So what's that? Where was I? Song. And David spoke about this. I'm gonna start from one. Salakia, I'm gonna read this, and that might be the end of the lesson unless the Spirit give me something else. But let me just one second here. One momento. All right. So this is Psalms 140. And one, it says a Psalm of David. Deliver me. We need to be delivered from this man. And the only way to truly get delivered is to call upon the name Yahawashi, fear the Lord Yahawashi, and ultimately be of the hopeful elect and be a part of that first resurrection, so we can receive mercy from this man and his fool system and his wicked defiled system. That we're in, because obviously this ain't our rest. Obviously this place is wicked, and it practices wicked practices and deceits and falsehoods, lies, straight up lies. Basically one thing will look like it's beneficial, but on the other hand, it's really, set up to destroy you. Like, like he was saying, a person might see a job like, oh, okay, that's a higher paying job. I want more money. Whoop-de-whoop. I mean, that'll help me and my family. And then you apply for it, and then now they clock you. Now they got you on some shit, all because, you were looking to better yourself in a sense. Like, what type of place are we living in? You know what I mean? This is where we at with it, man. And this is Esau, Edom, and his kingdom, and these corporations, and how they get down from the top all the way to the bottom. This shit is wicked as hell. You know what I'm saying? So you need Yahawashi to maneuver spiritually through this shit, because he's the light. He's how you truly be set free in the spirit, man. And then he's gonna come physically redeem us from this man's wicked captivity that he has people in via payments, via being subject to payments, mortgages, taxes, all this shit. The Lord gonna deliver us from this shit. Okay, usury, debt. He gonna deliver us from all this fuck shit. Okay, he's gonna deliver us, man. He's gonna save us. So meanwhile, you just do the best you can, but you need to be praying and be tapped into the Lord, because hey, it's tough out here. It says, deliver me, O Lord Yahawah, from the evil man, and preserve me from the violent man. And Esau Edom is violent, man. Though it seems like he put up his horns, the scriptures say in Revelation 12:12 that he's gonna come down with great wrath, roughly paraphrasing, and that's gonna happen in due time. But though it seems like he's cool, these Edomites ain't cool. I wouldn't hang out with an Edomite if you paid me. You can pay me $100. You know what? Maybe I would. You know what? No, I wouldn't. Fuck them niggas. You could pay me, man. I ain't hanging out with these Edomites for shit. Fuck these devils. They got a weird spirit about them, and they need to be put in chains, man. True Edomites, man. We ain't talking about you confusion of faces or you goddamn Israelite foreigners that look like the other nations but aren't the other nations. You understand? But, hey, it says, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imaginative mischiefs, dropping, uploading fake jobs. That's mischief, dude. That's evil. That's weird, man. But this is what they do. This is what the type of shit they do. And it's not just this. They do other wicked ass shit too. But I'm just highlighting this specifically because this is what I want to make the lesson on. But this just goes in general. The whole image, man. The whole image of the beast. The whole system. it's against you. It's to make you a slave, to destroy your mind, to destroy your hope in the Lord, which is Yahawashi, especially you Israelites, man, to keep you in perpetual state of darkness and sin. It says, which imagine of mischief in their heart continuously, and they are gathered together for war. Okay, it says they have sharpened their tongues like serpents, adders, poison under their lips. Okay, and an adder is a poisonous snake, man. This is what we dealing with. The people that we dealing with on a day-to-day are snakes. They're poisonous, man. The elites, they're poisonous. They're killers. They're murderers, man. So we gotta have the Lord to protect us and to keep us in the right spirit as we go and we deal. It says in verse 4, keep me, O Lord Yahawah, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have proposed to overthrow my goings. See, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to handle your business, trying to go where you got to go, do what you got to do. And you got these wicked fucks trying to destroy you, trying to spiritually bring you, just fuck your shit up, man. So you gotta have to lean on the Lord, Yahawashi, from on high, to get through and navigate these particular avenues, man. You know, because everything is a gin, it's a snare, it's a pitfall. You know, who thought applying for a better job would, you know, cause you to maybe lose the job you already do got? Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, bro. That's fucking wickedness, bro. It says, keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who proposed to overthrow my goings. It says in verse 5, the proud have hid a snare for me. The cords, they have spread a net by the wayside, you know, through usury, debt, you know, bills, loans, everything to keep you in a perpetual state of slavitude, you know, which you're going to be a slave regardless, no matter what you do. You got a driver's license, you in this man's system, you're a slave. There's nothing you can do. That's why we need desperately deliverance from it, man. From this, you know, to be gathered, you know, and be delivered, you know. So let's get this. Let me get a precept in Ezekiel 11. We're going to jump. Salakia. Yeah, okay. This is, I'm going to start at verse 10, and this was going to happen to these wicked Israelites again, you know, because this was going on during the time of the Babylonian captivity that Ezekiel was in. But guess what? You in this captivity now, and if you don't trust in the Lord and you don't walk uprightly, then guess what? You're finna get destroyed like the Israelites of old have gotten destroyed. But reincarnation is in the scriptures, so that would mean that these are you, and you're coming back into fulfilling the same wicked works that you did back then. So guess what? You got fucked up back then, you're gonna get fucked up now. It says, you shall fall by the sword, and I will judge you in the border of Israel, and you shall know that I am the Lord Yahawah. It says in verse 11, and the city shall not be a cauldron, neither shall ye be in the flesh in the midst thereof, but I will judge you in the border of Israel. It says in verse 12, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahawah, for you have not walked in my statutes, neither executed my judgments, but you have done after the matter of the heathens, the Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Hamites, the fucking Ishmaelites, these damn devils. You know what I mean? It says, but you have done after the manner of the heathens that are round about you. And it came to pass when I prophesied that Pelatia, so like it says, Pelatia, the son of Benaniah, died, Then I fell upon my face and cried with a loud voice, said, Ah, Lord Yahawah power, wilt thou make a full end to the remnant of Israel? Because Israel was going to fuck off, man. But the Lord always going to have his remnant that he's going to deliver. Okay, that he's dealing with the first fruit spirits. The Lord's going to deliver these particular individuals. But the rest of you Israelites that are not in that spirit, bro, that's doing some fuck shit, hey, man, you might as well just pack it up. You know? But anyway, here in Ezekiel 11 and 13, you know, Ezekiel was panicking like, man, damn Lord, you finna fuck up your people, you finna destroy us all, because he's an Israelite. So if you gonna destroy all your people, he gonna get fucked up too. So he's like, shit, the fuck, oh shit. But the Lord said this again. The word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren in the kindred, which is going to fellow Israelites, and all the house of Israel holy, or they are unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem said, Get ye far from the Lord, get you far from the Lord Yahawah, unto us is the land given in possession. Let's read that in NLT. Ezekiel 11 and 15. It says, Son of man, the people still left in Jerusalem are talking about you and your relatives and all of the people of Israel who are in exile. They are saying those people are far away from the Lord. So now he has given their land unto us, because there were particular people that during the Babylonian captivity of the southern kingdom that the Babylonians didn't let me see. Oh, man, wait a minute. Let me see something. Make sure. Anyway, but they didn't take everyone captive into exile. They left some particular people, you know, farmers and other particular people there, to tend to the ground, and basically not everybody went into exile. Majority of the southern kingdom did, but there were people left in Jerusalem that didn't go into exile. Okay. I wonder if there's a precept on that here when you go into I wonder, is there I thought you could like I thought there was a way that I could go in and look at precepts. Like they'll like give you the precepts for a particular. Let me see. What if I cross reference? Okay. But anyway, yeah. So that was what was going on during that time. But let's keep reading in NLT verse 16. It says, Therefore tell the exiles, this is what the sovereign Lord says, although I have scattered you among the countries. Now this is going, guess what? Right into that promise, right into that ultimately that second covenant. But let's read it in the NLT. I mean, not the NLT, but let's read it in the KJV on verse 16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah power, although I have cast you far off among the heathen, which you can liken this unto right now, because we're cast off. We're not in the land of Israel right now. We're not in the land of Jerusalem right now. We're over here on the other side of the fucking earth, over here in Americas. And wherever else the Israelites are scattered. You know, like it says in James 1 to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, greeting, roughly paraphrasing, but it says, I have cast them far among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet I will be unto them a little sanctuary. And that's likened unto now, because we are, the elect is, we're a remnant. You know, and we have, we're a little sanctuary. The true believers of the Lord is not enormous in numbers. We're a small set of true believers in the doctrine. So, we're not, a million man, you know. Well, maybe when you put everything together, but I'm saying it, we're not like on some Christianity level of believers, because they got billions, of believers, and yet the whole doctrine of that is a falsehood. Now, anyway, it says, let's read this in NOT. Verse 16 says, therefore tell the exiles, this is what the sovereign Lord says, although I have scattered you in the countries of the world, I will be unto you. I will be a sanctuary to you during your time of exile, because even though the Lord put Jake of the southern kingdom in exile, the Lord was still dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? He was there. The Lord. They were still His people. And but they had to serve. They had to serve the Babylonians. I believe what for 70 years. Let me see. I believe it was like 77 or 70 years, but just to see, because the Lord gave us a prophecy on that, how we were gonna be under their yoke. Okay, it says 70. I thought it was 70. I thought it was 70, but I wanted to make sure it says 70 years. It says, among those who accepted a tradition, the exile lasted, but the Lord was still with them during the exile, and the Lord is still with us, because we're ultimately exiled in a way, because we're not in our land. We're not sovereign. But the Lord is still with us as likened unto a little sanctuary, because we believe, and the Lord has given us the Spirit and the Holy Spirit to return and come back. But it says, among those who accepted a tradition that the exile lasted 70 years, some chose to date 1608 to 538, others 583 to 515, 516. It says the temple was rebuilt because the Babylonians destroyed the temple along with the Edomites that helped them. It says the temple was rebuilt, during the time of during the Persians and the Mede captivity. So anyway, it's a lucky year. But it says here, I'm going to jump back to the KJV 17th verse. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah power, I will gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries. Because what happened after the Babylonian captivity? Those exiles, they were brought back into the land, and the temple was rededicated. But this is the same thing in the spirit that's going to happen to us. The Lord is bringing us back, and the temple is being rededicated. First off and foremost, starting off with the first fruit spirits. And the temple is not a temple of physical, but it's a spiritual temple. It's a spiritual temple, because the Lord's going to dwell within us. There's no need to build a physical tabernacle for the Lord to dwell in, because that was the purpose of the temple. But the Lord is building a spiritual temple And that tabernacle is really going to be with men. It's going to be within us. So there's no building that's going to be the third temple. No, the third temple is a representation of the Israelites. So you can kind of see in the spirit how this is being repeated, if you will. If you're following along, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahawah power, I will gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where you've been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. It says in verse 18, and which is going to happen again in the spirit in a later time, because the Lord's going to put us back in that land. But it says, and they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations from thence. It says in verse 19, and I will give them one heart. Now this part is going, I believe, going into, the second covenant, man, because the Lord, we're still dealing with the stony heart right now, but the Lord's going to give us that new heart, which is that heart of flesh, which goes into the laws, statutes, and commandments being put into our inward parts, which hasn't happened yet. It says, I will give unto them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take out the stony heart of their flesh, and I will give them an heart of flesh. Verse 20, that they may walk in my statutes and keep my ordinances, which we're going to keep perfectly, and do them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. Which is the same thing the Lord said in Revelation 21, which I brought out with that, the tabernacles, is going to be with men. Let's get this in like 1 Peter. We're gonna start at 4. 1 Peter 2 and 4. It says, to whom coming as unto a lively stone, disallowed indeed of men chosen. Okay? Chosen of the Most High and precious. So we're precious in the sight of the Lord. So let's read that in the NLT. On the right hand side, it says, verse 4 says, you are coming to Hamashiach, who is the living cornerstone. Right? And a cornerstone within a building and architectural is a very important stone. Okay? And we're leaning upon that stone, which is Yahawashi. It says, you are coming to Yahawashi, or to Hamashiach, who is the living cornerstone of the Most High's temple. He was rejected by people, but he was chosen by the Most High for great honor. All right. Salakia. Yeah. It says in verse 5, the point, ye also are lively stones, built up a spiritual house. So the Lord's building up a spiritual temple, bro. Not a physical one. It says, an holy priesthood to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the power by Yahawashi HaMashiach. It says in verse 6, wherefore it is contained in the scripture, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, which is Yahawashi, elect and precious. He that believeth on him shall not be confounded. It says, unto you, therefore, which believe, he is precious. So that's what I was bringing out. The Lord, we're precious in the sight of the Lord. And we believe on the Lord. And we're going to have to believe on the Lord these last days and fear the Lord because of what's coming upon the earth and the things that these devils do on a day-to-day basis to keep you in a vexed spirit. But we got the Lord, Yahawashi, so we're going to be all right. It says, unto you, wherefore, which believe, he is precious. But unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, because they rejected the Lord, you reject the Lord, the same is made the head cornerstone. It says, in the stone of stumbling, okay, this is what's going to happen to the 2/3, man, and the wicked Israelites that don't believe, they can't comprehend the faith, they can't comprehend the gospel, they can't comprehend Yahawashi. It says, a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense. They are offended in the Lord in some way, form, shape, or fashion. It says, even unto them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto you were appointed. They were appointed. They were set up to not believe in the Lord. Because, hey, the Lord wants to destroy them. But it says here in verse 9, but ye, the hopeful elect, ye are a chosen priesthood. Now, a priesthood would typically have a temple, right? You know, the Levitical priest in both temples, the first and the second one that was rebuilt, they were priests in that temple. But this temple is a new temple, the third temple, which is going to be, where the Lord is going to dwell within us, man. We're going to represent the temple of the Lord. Every individual brother every individual Israelite starting off with the hopeful elect, first fruits, in their order. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and a holy and particular nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth praises unto him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. So, let me see if there's a precept on that. This is Romans 8 and 10. It says, if Christ be in you, it's like if Hamashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sinful flesh. It says, but the spirit of life because of righteousness. And righteousness is by having faith and works in the Lord Yahawashi, not by keeping of the whole law, which we can't keep anyway fully, but we do keep, the laws that we can keep to the best of our ability. But we're not saved off keeping the laws, but we do keep the laws. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to just do what the fuck we want. And because we haven't been given license to sin and just do wickedly. Now in verse 11 it says, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahawashi from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahawashi from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwells in you. Let's read that in NLT. It says, the spirit of God, like it says, the spirit of the Most High who raised up, which is Yahawah, the spirit of the Most High who raised up Yahawashi from the dead lives in you. Because we've been chosen from the foundations of the world. The Lord gave us, the Lord Yahawah gave us unto Yahawashi, which it speaks about that in it speaks about that in John 17 chapter, I believe. It says lives in you, and just as the Most High, which is Yahawah, I guess, just as Yahawah raised up Yahawashi Hamashiach from the dead, he will give life unto your mortal bodies by the same spirit. So like it says, he will give life to your mortal bodies by this same spirit living within you. All right, so we're gonna be made alive, man. The Lord's gonna redeem us, but it starts off with receiving His word, and then the Lord's gonna, execute it and bring it in fully, through us enduring and having those works and having faith, and then the marriage is gonna be consummated, and that's when the second covenant is gonna be in full effect. Because right now it's not in full effect. We're under captivity still. So with all that being said, Lord, when this video was edifying, I know it was probably a longer video. I don't even know how long it is, but Salakia for being long-winded. But that's just how the Spirit does sometime with me. And Lord willing, the video was edifying. Shalom.